All right, we're connected. Hello, everybody. Let's give it a couple of moments, make sure everything is in fact live, but it appears that we are. Rumble Studios showing a connection to everywhere. Twitch appears live. Okay, cool. Let's get some advertisements going. Let's make sure everything actually is running. And then once we're good to go, I can go ahead and swap over the audio from microphone to phone. And we'll be good to go. And of course, YouTube, of all the things, is the one that's causing issues. That's supremely unexpected. YouTube's never the one that causes issues. YouTube usually runs without a care in the world. Yeah, Odyssey, as always, needs a little prodding. We can go back to YouTube. I mean, it's working fine on playback. It's literally the command. Yeah. All right, I'm just going to refresh, because that was weird. There we go. It took you long enough. All right. Let's make sure everything is functional and behaving and going as we expect it to, and then we can dig into the rest. All right. Where did that noise come from? Where did that noise come from? Have noise coming from somewhere. Noise. Where did that noise come from? Yeah, and we got an echo. Lovely. Where's it coming from? Where, oh, where is that echo coming from? And we got an echo. Lovely. It's coming from here? Oh, yeah, there we go. It is coming from there. Weird. Thought I had Twitch muted. Alright, there we go. Now Twitch is muted. Weird. So, yeah, we can close the audio mixer. Go ahead and hop into X. We can go ahead and post. We can hop into Discord. Community promo, streams of mana. It's looking good. Minimize that. Oh, I should probably grab. Rumble chat activate, and then we can move those guys over to there. No problem. Oh, what is left? Yeah, okay. Let's just make sure everything here is functional. Last change there. Make sure that's going. Our gamer numbers. Numbers go up. How you doing, our gamer? We're going to be wrapping up X Astray today as soon as frickin' Odyssey starts to work. Also, yay! 5-stream streak. Hurrah! Hip hip hurrah! Hip hip hurrah! Oh, come on. I refresh Odyssey, it starts working, and then it immediately freezes back up. Refresh again. There we go. That's better. That's what we should be seeing. Out of the way. you. Anyway, our gamer, how you doing? How go the SD Gundams for you? Keeping well, making good progress and all that? Oh, X Astray wrap up. All right. I think. Oh, wait, no. One last thing, and then we're good to go. And it was already good. Good. Okay, I think we have everything. Let me just finish mixing up my electrolytes. And once I do, we can get going. Got a double dose of electrolytes, some liquid IV for the sodium, and Dr. Eggberg's for everything except sodium. Nope. There we go. Full screen. All right, let's transfer over the audio. Gonna have to get muted and back in a moment. There we are. We got game audio, we got video, everything looks good. Okay, we can get started. Switch to that for the YouTubes. And let's go. Hello and welcome to another episode of SD Gundam G Generation Eternal. I'm bringing Stabity, the stabbiest Stabity that ever stabbityed. And we are back to the game. It's been a while. We've been grinding Gundam Seed X Astray. We got stuff to do, Flightless Bird. Welcome. You hopped in right at the start of the stream. Very nice. All right. So we got some stuff to grab. We got our login bonuses. We got 100 SP conversion badges for Valentine's Day. Thank you, Gigi. We got random Destiny captures. We got a login, we got a Dreadnought from Stage Rewards, Hyperion, Dreadnought. Boy, oh boy, we got a lot of stuff. We might not be able to fit all of this in our pack, and a login bonus. Claim all, claim all. Hey, we managed to squeeze everything in. Hooray! Alright, let's go cumulative. Weapon upgraded 3,200 times. 2,100 AP. And we developed all diagrams from C Destiny to 100%, which from Mercury to 100%, and reached request rank 5 for Guel Jeddirk. And we also got 432 for Jeddirk, rank 5 for Reza Burl, as well as 432. All very, very good stuff. Also, let's head on over to panel missions. Boom! We got everything from panel number 2. Panel number 2 is complete. So let's claim all of our rewards from here. Grab the upgrade token. And work on... Wait, what? Oh, that was mission 3? Silly me. I thought I was still on panel 2. Oh, whoops-a-daisy. But there we go. That is Alyzeus all complete. Let's just head here into the upgrades and let's search for an ally. Reset. Keep favorites. And let's retry ally. There's Alyzeus. Upgrade, and we do have 3 tokens. So we can max out the Alyzeus. There. Undo that. Let's hop on over to base. And let's see what we got. Upgrade Gundam X 5 times. Easy. Transfer 5,000 capital. Easy. We'll do it now. And Camille, transfer 5,000 capital. Alright, do 5 upgrades for X. So we need to filter by series. Get X on the roster. Begin. Ah, right, because you're level 1, that's why. There we are. There's the upgrade we wanted. Report. And there we go. Now let's just hop over to stage, burn a little bit of energy because we are 1 away from hitting energy cap. And we never like hitting energy cap. Energy cap is bad. Energy cap is bad, okay, so don't hit energy cap or else that'd be bad, okay. Oof, getting a bunch of stuff. Where are we at? We're at 1189. Well, we can make a little... No, we'll do that later. Let's head on over to X Astray and see what we can do. It is boss battle time. Specifically, we are skipping against normal because we have not beaten 300. Wow. 25 skips just to get the boss to appear. Like, the normal one really is such a pain. But anyway, let's hop on in. Yeah, it's not the overpowered team, but who cares? They're strong. They're strong enough for this, boss. Defeat Prayer Reverie. We could totally do it on auto, but I won't. There we are. Super Hyperion has been defeated. Take him out. Setsuna. Yeah, we'll give you both boosts. Or, you know, you can just win. There we go. Hooray! We win! Yeah, the joy of the easy stage, it's really easy. We could have had Setsuna just rocket in there, take care of the shield, and then take down the boss and be done with it. Anyway, that is everything done here. However, if we hop over to missions, we'll skip taking the dailies. There's a specific reason for that. Let's do 2 skips on hard. Boss battle hard, skip 2. There we go, clear boss battle on hard 5 times. Normal took 25 skips, this one only took 2 skips. And we get the boss, we'll take him. Cost 40, gain 60. Yeah. Totally worth it. Let's go claim our reward. Literally all that's left is clearing the unit metal assemblies. So, now we get to grind on screen with friends. Alright, we got 93 skips we can do. And we need to slowly build them up. Alright, down into 79. It's like, really my only issue with the game is these menus need to go by faster. Stop taking forever to load. Oh, 71, nice. That was a big jump. Like, I mean, I get it. Make a big deal of it showing up the first time, but once it's there, just quit it. I don't need to see that animation every single time. I know I'm skipping until I get it. Alright, we're down to 40 skips remaining. We're doing good. What do you do? 60, get 150, yeah. Totally a good deal. Alright, down to 19. Good progress. X Astray and approach. $11 skips left, almost done. There we go. We did it, and thanks to that, we got ourselves up to 6,400 metal unit assemblies. Definitely gonna put those to work, and we can pull 94 right off the top. Finish off metal assembly number 3. There's the tickets. Don't care. Hey, we got prayer. Prayer reverie. 4 things left. No, exchange again, get our last 4. There we go. Reset, yes. Okay. Close. What do we get this time? Good. We'll get X Astray and Hyperion. And we'll get some tickets. Good, good, good. Exchanges, go! A ticket. Alright, that's 200. I forgot to check 500. Okay, so 3 more pulls. And I guess arguably a 4th one once we get the once we get it cleared out, unless we're lucky enough. Hey, there it goes. X Astray. Nice. This is where we get all of our rewards. Hyperion Gundam. But yeah, no, we still got 150 left to grab, and I intend to grab all of them. There we go, and one more pull. There we go, that's everything. Reset. That's some good rewards there. 800 pulls. We don't have enough to get 100, but we may, so we won't max out the exchange. Oh, but we will get some more medals from the missions. So we may be able to finish this one. Alright, exchange again. Hey, we got our SSP medals! Tickets! Tickets, tickets, tickets! Keep exchanging. Back-to-back tickets, nice! We got the armor. Let's keep exchanging. So we just got another premium ticket, and we're done with this. This assembly. There we go. We didn't get it. Current pull status. Yeah, just missing 1 premium ticket. And missing 4 basic rewards. Wow. But yeah, we'll get that straightened out once we get to missions. Reset 4 times. Reset 3 times. And may as well grab our dailies. Wait, 85 exchange? Did I misread that? Oh yeah, 689 versus 793. My bad. I totally misread that. But there we go, there's our ticket. Ignore. 758 versus 793, that's another 35 we can pull, but we don't have enough for it. Not current pull status. All lineups. We're on number 5. Number 6. You don't have any more tickets. Okay. We can pull on the tickets. We will be pulling on the tickets in a moment. But first, sorted preparations. Upgrade the Hyperion. Oh. And upgrade the X Astray. I think I need to go back to the unit assembly, or not the unit assembly, the dev diagram. Because yes, we absolutely can. There we are. Upgrade the Hyperion Gundam. Upgrade the Dreadnought to get an X Astray. Boob, very good. Let's go to upgrade. Filter by series. We need to find X Astray. Favorites only. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that one is an ultimate. Perfect. Alright, let's level these dudes up. Or star them up. Get them all to 3 stars. There we are. That's the X Astray at max limit break. Hyperion Unit 2. But yeah, that's the joys of having a very small move pool. Or dev diagram. Very easy to max them all out. Go. And with that, every unit from X Astray has been maximum limit broken. Back up, dismantle, filters, reset, replace you with X Astray. $11.78. Let's make some more room in there. And that is $11.70. Yay! Now let's go immediately do the opposite of that, because we got tickets. Limited time, featured unit assembly. Let's see what we can get with our 10 tickets. 10 ticket arenas. Commence operation. Ooh, we got a UR supporter. Okay, that's unexpected. I wasn't expecting anything nice. A Dwaj, lame. A Marasai, lame. Tifa Adil, UR. Gundam Leopard underwater type. Don't need that. Yellow Goog Marine Commander type, don't need that. Gundam Raziel, okay, I'm happy with that one. Atris, ooh, Manrodi, JPT Trust Type, ooh, Gundam Gemini S02, and Garmrodi Commander Type. Interesting. So that's a brand new supporter for us, and 3 SSRs. I'm not going to complain about that. Okay, unfortunately, you also support one-shot kill, and you do energy restoration, so you're strictly inferior to Lacus. So, not going to be using you. Sad, but okay, whatever. Hit okay. And premium unit assembly. There we go. We got 10 tickets here. Let's use 10 here and see what we got. Come on, big money, big money. Nah, looks like a pretty boring pull. Well, at least we got one SSR. UNX, Jan Krieger, Core Fighter, Union Flag, Sharzak 2, Isaac. Hey, another Gemini-ass, as if we need it. Raise Ritter Commander Type, Zila. Yay. Boring. Let's go to upgrades. Reset, keep favorites from assembly. Sort by SSR. Sort by number of limit breaks. Descending. Yeah, Jan Krieger's maxed out. Raziel at least can get bumped up to 2 stars. Dub Wagner hopping in to drop a like and say have a good night. Thank you very much, Dub Wagner. Really? All of those SSRs, and we get nothing for it. Shameful display. Not where we want to go. Switch to SRs. Do any of the SRs that we have. Zila. Okay. Take the Zila and max it out. Nothing, 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 nothing. Wow. That's kind of terrible. Ours. Alright, at least we got 2. Manrodi gets a copy to get max limit break. And Garbrody Commander Type gets his first star. Woo! Close. Okay. Is that really everything? That's really everything. Wow. Alright, filter. Reset, not favorite from assembly. Yeah, Marine Geminis, Gan Krieger, and we got the rest of them. Okay. So, yeah, and of course we aren't getting rid of the Caliburn, because who knows, maybe someday it'll prove useful in some way. How or when, who knows. There we are. Nice bit of progress. Let's hit the shop. I want to see if there's some stuff in the G shop we can grab. We can obviously grab the weapon upgrade. We can grab all 5 weapon upgrades there. Boom. And still have a little bit left over. Now, I guess before the end of the month, I'm just gonna grind balls so that we can get the SSR unit limit break material. And maybe buy the others. I could use the SRs as well. Maybe an R, they're cheap, but who cares? Definitely not the ends, though. That's just a waste of money. So yeah, that is that. Oh, we didn't take a look at notices earlier. Forgot about that. Yeah, Valentine's Day gift. 100 SP conversion badges. Yay! And version 1.1 notice. Preparation for Master League Season 9 Gundam Fight. Add an action order button, yeah. Updated the opponent's selection and results screen so that when the score reaches its cap, the display changes color and shows max. Oh, nice. Disabled certain battle score update animations, added feature in the event. Top screen that displays higher rank percent plus X% for players with 200,000 points or more. Other minor improvement and bug fixes. Okay, whatever. Don't need to grab those missions. Yeah. So, you know, I think for once we're caught up on events and stuff, not actively rushing with something. The panel missions are done. We did everything we need to. All that's left is we clear one Eternal Road stage on expert difficulty, and we'll get to that someday. Someday, but not somewhere. Otherwise, I'd be singing Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And that's as much of that song as I know, so even if I wanted to, I couldn't go any further. We are. All right. Let's hit main stage. I think the only thing that makes sense for us to do. Now, of course, we skipped essentially all of Destiny. We skipped all of IBO. We skipped all of Mercury. Well, all of Destiny and all of Mercury and almost all of IBO. Could get back to that someday, but I'd rather make forward progress for now. Gundam X has a part 2 that we should go do, so that's what we'll be doing. And then after that, I guess we can do UC, Hathaway Flash, and Gundam 00. And whatever order it is, it depends on what we'll run into. But yeah, series completion part 2. Still gotta get those done, so let's do it. 0 out of 10 stages. Yeah, we got 10 stages of story to do, so let's hop to it. No reason to delay. The Sea of Lorelei. Oh, lovely. 本当は続けていた特にいつめることあっていた Let's call up the one-shot kill team. And for series squads, let's go ahead and replace you with You're one-shot kill. You're a Gundam X. Perfect. None of those show harmed movements. However, we are going to reset anyway because we have the the double X. We have the Versago chest break. So we may as well immediately slot those into where they need to go. We have Tifa as a defender. Do we have any good defenders? No, we got Lancer O'Dowell's. It doesn't lose effectiveness. Okay, I guess we can put Tifa in that. Aside from that, we got Wits, Royby, Anil, Lancero. Probably take Wits and Royby. I could put Wits in the G-Falcon GX instead. There. That works for me. And let's just toss some levels on these dudes and lady. We are level 100. Wits. And Royby. Royby Loy. Even though everyone always called him Royby Roy. Alright, increase a chance step. Nice. See, he's got 2 chance steps. Very nice. Do we... Alright. Rearrange. You need to be in front. You join the front, and there. I think that's fine. No. And now, I want to get just a G-Falcon, GX G-Falcon, Gundam Double X G-Falcon, Leopard Destroy G-Falcon, and Airmaster Burst G-Falcon, just for the fun of it. But I'm fine with this team. We can keep this. And besides, we have massive overkill. 335,000 on a recommended 130,000 power. Tifa glimpses a new future, and the Freedom sets out for the sea in search of the scene she sketches. That night, Garrett and Tifa witness a satellite system's guide laser fire across the sky. The crew of the Freedom reasons that the source of the beam must have been another GX, considering that the Flash system, which can only be operated by new types, is essential for gaining initial access to the lunar base. Jamil concludes that one must be there, and orders the Freedom to set a course in the direction of the guide laser, towards the Pacific Ocean. Yet, the voyage that awaits them proves a perilous one. Armed groups called the Orcs sail these waters. They're not orcs. They're just undocumented Gondorian citizens. Gondorian citizens, there we go. Sail these waters, and the sea is lawless in comparison to the land. En route, Garrett hears about a region called the Sea of Lorelei from a sea vulture, one of the ship's trading partners. The ghost of a woman is rumored to haunt its waters. In fact, so many have heard her song that not even the orc dares venture there. However, orc members hired by the Frost brother Olba are salvaging supplies in that very sea. The unseen hand behind the Frost brothers belongs to the Government Reconstruction Committee, which aims to unite a war-torn planet by establishing the new United Nations Earth. Olba has been tasked with a mission to recover weapons that the former United Nation Earth forces left sunk in the region. Those appear to be GX bits. With the successful recovery of the Bit Mobile suits, Olba accomplishes his mission, but happens to stumble across a container marked with the letter L. Inside the container, he finds a mysterious device enshrining a woman, as though she herself were part of the machine. Having sensed something the moment the container was opened, Tifa asks Jamil to head for the Sea of Lorelei. Jamil reads the gravity of the situation in her eyes and changes the course of the Freedom. Damn, there had to be a hurricane waiting for us. Oh, I'm going to be sick. What exactly do you think we'll find in the Sea of Lorelei? Jamil, what if Quattro, but actually an Amuro? What do you want to talk about, Tifa? I have a favor to ask. Whatever happens next, don't be afraid. Trust me, I am myself after all. Tifa! The next moment, the Freedom is struck by the orc's attack in Olba's employ. Wow, that was horribly written. The next moment, the orcs in Olba's employ strike the Freedom. See? There you go. Swap the sentence around so it makes sense. On the sea, the advantage belongs to the orc, and their attack sends the Freedom reeling. Immobilized by Olba, Garrett finds himself powerless to defend the ship. With that awesome X divider. Then, Tifa appears on the bridge with her hair unbound. Uh-oh. That means something's gonna happen. Don't worry. I'll save you, like I did before. Huh? Just watch, Jamil. With these words, light begins to radiate from Tifa, and a melodious sound spreads through the region. One after the other, every last machine on the battlefield shuts down. As the crew gazes in astonishment, Jamil senses a familiar presence possessing Tifa's body. Jamil, you recognize me, don't you? Lutil, is that you? Yes, it's me, Lutil Lilliant. I once served alongside you. Perhaps from the strain of such an awesome display of power, Tifa faints and is carried to the infirmary. Meanwhile, the crew questions Jamil about this acquaintance of his, Lutil. Lutil Liliant. Aww, it's a little baby-faced Jamil. Can we get any rank information off of their collars? No, we can't. But he's a little shrimpy boy compared to Lutil. An instructor in the former United Nations Earth Force who trained in new-type pilots. She was among the earliest to be recognized as a new type. The Gundam type mobile suit developed for new type use was not only fitted with the best equipment in terms of firepower, armor, and speed, but was also installed with the flash system to amplify new type abilities by 120%. The system allowed new types to control multiple bit mobile suits simultaneously through psycho waves. It was Lutil who facilitated that control. Does that mean she's being held captive aboard the Orc submarine? Oh, I get it. That's why she merged with Tifa. She wanted to help. Right, that settles it. Let's go rescue that Lutil, quick! But I heard the battle with the Revolutionary Army left her psyche completely shattered. Huh? That's right. Tifa! Nah. It still bugs me that they call them techs, like, multiple techniques, techs that you use. He's Tex, like Tex Avery, T-E-X. Tex Farsenberg. No, she's not Tifa right now. Some power has fractured her mind. Not unlike multiple personality disorder. Very unlike multiple personality disorder. Multiple personality disorder is not you being possessed by the consciousness of some other unconscious person. She knows why I'm borrowing her mind and body. So it really is you, Lutil. Yes, but essentially the real me no longer exists. All that remains is my hatred of war. Still, the lab found a way to exploit that too. Jamil, you've heard of the L system, haven't you? You mean you're inside the L system? L system. A weapon developed by the former United Nations Earth Force. The L system was designed to disable weapons dependent on electronic components. As its activation requires harnessing the psyche of a new type who abhors war. Well, isn't that convenient? The system was completed when Lutil was enshrined within the regulator. Before it could be deployed in combat, however, the ship carrying the system sank into the Sea of Lorelei, and its existence amounted to little more than a footnote in history. I don't want to be used anymore. By anyone. Lutil. Determined to liberate her, the Freedom decides to take back the L system, thereby rescuing Lutil, and sets out in pursuit of the Orc submarine, which is rushing to regroup with Olba's comrades. Realizing how deeply Jamil feels for Lutil, each crew member resolves on their own to support him.
ジャミル
Jamil,
今回はあんたが出なよ
you should go out this time.
あの人も待っている
I'm sure she's waiting for you too. Oh, but I have PTSD. It's just no good at this. Stories like that really shake me up. Last time I was on leave, I dropped by an old girlfriend's. It was rough, I tell ya. She rejected you. She was dead. Gone just like that. Oh! So, we gotta take Jamil to see that lady of his. You know, Luteal. Huh? Even you can tell how the captain feels, right? That's why we gotta take him to her, okay? No matter what's happened to her.
やがてフリーレン
In
はオルバ
time,
たちの乗る
the
潜水艦
Freedom
を
detects the Orc submarine carrying
ジャミルは
Olba,
大切な人を
and
助け
Jamil
出
sorties in the GX to save the one he
するのだ
loves. He's got a crush on his teacher. Luteal, I'm on my way. Mission objective, destroy 3 enemies. They're not even... Yep. Oh, I did select the underwater type. Oh no, that's the game unit. Okay. There we go, those guys are all air. These guys are all air. Simple enough. These guys aren't even underwater, are they? Or I guess they are. Because, yeah, they don't have any air ranking. Yep, it shows they're underwater. Okay, well. May not have chosen the best of units for that then, since... Oh, IR homing missile. That works. Total overkill. Doseat 3.
よっと
Hornet missile. Twin satellite cannon? Such overkill. How about just a DX Buster rifle? That's good enough. Oh, we've already seen it. Never mind. Oh, never mind. It wasn't even good enough to get the kill. Darn it. Triple Megasonic Cannon. Condition achieved. We'll soon overtake the enemy submarine! Huh? There's so many. Who has that much firepower? Sorry to keep you waiting, Olba. I've been itching for a fight. That's them! Luteal, can you save us again with the L system? I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can't. They've discovered my power. It would seem they've removed the amplifier. Oh no! What are we supposed to do now? Just beat everyone? Get the ship out! That's what Jamil would say, right? Right. Garrett has a point. Frieden, full speed ahead. Pursue the enemy's ships. All hands put life jackets on. Jamil has been blessed with fine comrades. To think you would all fight so hard for someone like me. I ought to do something too. But didn't you say you couldn't use the L system anymore? I'll use a different power. Jamil, it's time we use the flash system. The flash system. But I can't anymore. Don't worry. I'll lend you my strength. Don't give up. Remember, the way it used to be. Jamil! Luteal. Oh yeah! Ah! Is that the GX? Destroy all enemy units. Oh, heck yeah! Look at all the grunts that we just got. Oh. We can't actually do anything with them. Lame! Alright. You get your butt out. Oh no. Alright, take out the do-si. The do-si-do. And perfect. You're in range and you can do a bunch of damage. Oh, won't get the kill. Well, that's something. You can at least get a little bit of NP that way. Not that it makes a huge difference. Alright, you can pop on over. Can't hit anyone, that's fine. May as well take the attack burst. Jeez. That's, underwhelming. Good night. Beam rifle. Beam rifle, beam rifle, beam rifle. No. Jeez, you need support for that. That's the strongest one? Wow, okay. Still need a support regardless. Diffuse beam cannon. Beam cutter. Ooh, preemptive strike. Nice. Nice thing for defenders. You get preemptive strike and then just suddenly you skip the enemy. Okay, we got the inner arm Gatling. Now, let's get to work. Jamil, Divider max power, target the Ashtaron. Oh shoot! Even with a support, you're not good enough. I guess for you, you definitely aren't. Yeah, that's your strongest attack, and even with the support, it just barely misses. You know what? Sure. Take the support, it may as well be from Shagya. Letting Jamil take over. That Garrett's a pretty cool guy. We'll cover you from the rear. It'll take more than that. Like I'd let some brat show me up. You're gonna need more numbers to face me, you bastards! No support, just do a decent chunk of damage. Brother, the G-Bits! Impossible. I thought Jamil Neat lost his abilities. Oh wait, that's just the regular Gundam Air Master. Oh right, it is just the regular Gundam Master. No support, just a regular attack. Nothing special there, alright. And Jamil. Perfect. You're not getting Luteal! Oh, they added the second op? Yes, they did. They added the second half of this. Hydrate and posture check. Oh, there's no point fighting a losing battle. Nope. Grab your strongest attack with Shagya. Alright. We got a hydrated posture check and a stretch. Well. There's my hydration. And there is my stretch. Ooh. Oh, I needed that stretch. There. Posture improved. Damn it! How the hell did they use the flash? Did he use the flash system? Alright. That's almost everyone taken care of. You can't reach anyone. And now you guys can get to work. And we captured a Dosi. No. Didn't get the kill, darn. Of course, I'm particularly partial to the ending, Human Touch. Escuchón. And there's the win. No sign of the enemy. We did it. Jamil, please take care of the rest. Right. I got it. Gariru kana. Alright, 13,000. Very nice. Yeah, we got a nice capture there. Some nice rewards. Hooray, hooray. Any buildable UR, or is it still until SSR? I mean, the ultimates are kind of URs. I'll show those off in a moment. Having repelled the Frost brothers, Jamil succeeds in rescuing Lutil. He then proceeds to destroy the activated Bit Mobile suits as Lutil wishes. In the hands of new types, Bit Mobile suits are powerful assets. However, as long as such power continues to exist, new types are at risk of being exploited by the military. And worse still, the world is at risk of repeating the tragedy of the previous war. To ensure that no new type ever meets the same fate as Lutil, and prevent the endless cycle of war, Jamil opens fire. I don't need these anymore! Now that it is all over, Jamil stands before Lutil. Lutil. I'm glad I could see you again, Jamil. Now I have no more regrets. Huh? I've used the last of my power. This is where it all ends. What are you saying? There was barely anything left of me anyway. When I die, lay me back to rest in the sea. It's quiet at the bottom of the ocean. I felt at peace there. Lutil. I think I'm starting to drift off. My time is almost up. It's such a pleasant feeling. It's almost like I'm dreaming. Forgive me. In the end, I couldn't save you. It's okay. I'm glad. After all, I got to see the man you became. Goodbye, Jamil.
肉体をティファに返し
Luteal returns Tifa's body to her and falls into an eternal slumber.
ジャミルは望み通りルチルを静かに
Honoring her
安ら
final
かな海の
wish,
底へ送る
Jamil
のだ
lays Luteal to rest in the tranquil depths of the ocean. You think she was happy? Beats me. Only she could say for sure. But while she was sharing my body, I felt warmth and peace. Captain,
すまんしばらく一人にしておいてくれ
I'm going to need some time alone. Sir,
その後もこの海域は
these waters will continue to be known as the Sea of Lorelei.
しかし
However,
その名の由来を知
only
る
a
のは
handful of
一
people
人
know
の
the
人
reason
間だけ
why.
である
Oh. My eyes got a little moist from that. So sad. Poor Jamil. Anyway, yes. So, alright, I do want to show something off. Witch from Mercury? Yes! We have the ultimate that we haven't grabbed yet. So, for filling out the development tree, say we get the Begrier Pente Dominicus unit. Sure, whatever the frick that is. I haven't seen Witch from Mercury, so I can't tell for certain. But then, if you go back in, you can take that unit, which is ultimate and just behaves differently, and you can level it up, and it will be leveled up into a UR unit. It's not as good as your regular URs, but they usually do have some saving graces, and you can upgrade it to a second level UR. So yeah, ultimate UR and then ultimate UR even stronger. But yeah, that second tier is a huge jump in power. No. Yeah, like in G Gundam, it's Urube's Gundam, which can be upgraded to UR Urube's Gundam. But I think I wanted to go to Gundam Seed Destiny. Nope, nope, nope. What did I just click on? Huh. Okay. I didn't even know we had this menu. That's cool. That's actually pretty darn cool. I didn't even realize we had that screen. Okay, yeah, we got everything there. Obviously, we do still need to get these guys leveled up, or ranked up. Oh, I already knew about this. Yeah, I know. I just figured I'd show it off. Alright, well, that is today's episode. Stream folks, hang tight. We are continuing straight on to the next bit. You got stuff to do. Alright, that's cool. Anyway, it is the end of the episode, but the stream goes on. So please, like, follow, subscribe, and check me out on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, and Kick. Free money in the description as always, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Bye-bye. There we go. That's the recording taken care of. I'm gonna hit the bathroom, be right back, and we're continuing straight on to more Gundam X. Alright, good. We're at 79%, which is an acceptable battery level. Hello and welcome to another episode of SD Gundam G Generation Eternal. I'm Ring Stabity, the stabbiest stabby that ever stabbied, and we are back to do some more Gundam X. Speaking of Gundam X, can I find the words to tell you how I've lived between the walls of steel and stone? How I close my eyes to find some kind of rapture in a world that makes you feel so all alone. I love Human Touch. It is such a good song. Alright, a ghost of 15 years ago. Also on the sea, I guess we can keep the same team. You know what, Tifa, we didn't even use you as we were supposed to use you, so I'm gonna swap you out. Goodbye. And I will instead grab the G-Falcon Airmaster, move Wits over into the G-Falcon Airmaster. I don't want to get rid of Shagya. Alright. Alright, I guess we can get rid of the G-Falcon. I'll put Anil L's custom. There. Works for me. Good enough. I'll just give Anil some levels. Oh. Yeah. Now we got the Airmaster with G-Falcon. We got the Leopard with G-Falcon. We got the Double X with the G-Falcon, and we did get rid of the regular Gundam X with G-Falcon, but that's fine. And you keep that team, and we continue on. The Freedom reaches the waters. They believe we're struck by the satellite system guide laser. Although they can determine the approximate location, they cannot pinpoint the exact spot, making investigation challenging. Jamil suspects that whoever fired the guide laser has some connection to the large fleet they encountered in the Sea of Lorelei. He gives the order to proceed cautiously with the investigation. I've got a bad feeling about this. As Jamil suspected, those who seek to reclaim their former glory and power within the Earth sphere are setting their plans in motion. The Government Reconstruction Committee, an organization established to unite a war-torn planet by forming the new United Nations Earth. The majority of its members are former United Nations Earth officials, senior military officers, and industrial magnates. One of its members, Director General for Intelligence Aimzat Kartral, is heading for Zonda Epta, an artificial island where a former United Nations Earth weapons plant under his jurisdiction is located.
フリーデンが接近していることを憂慮し、
Fearing the approaching
早急に対応
freedom,
が必要だと
he
いう
urges the
理解に
committee
訴
to
えかけ
take immediate action.
委員会はゾンダーエプタ
In
防衛
order
の
to
ため
defend
軍の
Zonda
特殊工作部
Epta,
隊を率い
the
る
committee orders Katok
フリーデンの作戦
Alyzeus,
を命じた
head. It's definitely related to Camille there. Head of a military special operations team to capture the freedom.
カトックは漁船の船長を装って
Posing as the
救難
captain
信
of
号
a
を出し
fishing boat,
部下と共
Katok
にフリーデン
infiltrates the
に潜入
freedom with his team after setting out a distress signal.
内部からフリーデンを制圧するはずだった
They
が
were supposed to seize control of the freedom from the inside,
作戦
but
は失
Tifa
敗に
sees
終わ
through
った
their plan and the operation ends in failure.
追い詰められたカトックは
Out of options, Katok attempts to blow himself up with a hand grenade, but Tifa springs into action and stops him. No! You have to keep living! Why? Why not let me die? Because you're a good person. Oh!
ティファの真摯な言葉に
The
カトック
sincerity
は
behind
疑惑を
Tifa's
感念
words
しフ
having
リーデ
reached
ンの
him,
捕虜となった
Katok gives up on killing himself and becomes a prisoner aboard the Freedom.
ジャミルはカトックから情報を
Jamil
得ようと
attempts to
試み
extract intel
カ
from
ト
his
ックは口
captive,
を割らず
but Katok
ニュータ
keeps
イプ
his
保護を
mouth
掲げる
shut,
ジャミルの姿勢を
mocking
嘲笑
Jamil
う
for his stance on protecting new types. It wasn't just new types who were left traumatized by the war, but you wouldn't know that, would you? Listen, I don't believe in new types. I hate them all with every fiber of my being, and I don't much care for those obsessed with them either. Why? What drove you so far? While you new types were playing war like some game, we soldiers were fighting and dying. And to what end? The catastrophe you brought us! When the Revolutionary Army wanted to drop a colony on Earth, what did you do? You pointed your weapons at Earth colonies and pulled the trigger! I'll tell you one thing. Your direction will lead you to an artificial island called Zonda Epta. You'll find someone waiting for you there. There's someone waiting. Who would that be? A ghost from 15 years ago. That timing on that violin was...
フリーデンを追跡していたエニルが
Meanwhile,
Zonda Epta に迷い
Anil,
込み
who had been tracking the
新型の
Freedom,
ガンダムを見
wanders
て
into Zonda Epta and sees a new model of Gundam.
秘密を知ってしまったこと
Having
で
learned the island's
激しい
secret,
追撃を受け
Anil
海
suddenly
に墜
finds
落する
herself
エ
in
ニル
an
だった
intense chase and
海に
crashes
近
into
くを
the
通っ
sea.
たガロードたちに発見され
Fortunately,
救助され
Garrett is nearby and rescues her.
エニルから得た情報で
Jamil discovers the location of the new Gundam from Anil,
真相を
and the
確かめるた
Freedom
めに
sets out
そ
to
の場所へ
confirm
と
the
向かう
truth of the matter.
フリーレンの接近を察知し
Learning
て
of
い
the
たアイム
Freedom's
ザットは
approach,
彼らを
Alyzeus
すべて
dispatches the
配
Frost
下のクロスト
Brothers
兄
and a
弟
mobile suit
と
squad
モビ
to
ルスーツ隊
capture
を出撃
it.
させるそしてそれと同時にゾンダーエプタ
At
で
the
は
same time, a
新しい
new
ガンダム
Gundam
の
is
整備が
undergoing
進められて
maintenance
い
on
た
Zonda Epta. There's a strong possibility that the crew of the Freedom will find a new Gundam equipped with a satellite cannon at the weapons plant they're headed towards. Approaching carelessly could be dangerous. We'll wait for the moon to set before docking at the island. Anchor the Freedom here and stay put. But Captain, it's possible the enemy already knows we're here. If that's the case, then they'll launch an assault. Look! Captain, multiple unidentified mobile suits confirmed! So they caught wind of us after all. Scramble the Gundams! Where'd these guys come from? I've never seen mobile suits like these before! Their formation is tight too. They move like highly trained soldiers. That old man, Katok or whatever, he looked like a soldier too. Does that mean some kind of army is trying to make a new Gundam? All units, target the Freedom. Lure them into the satellite's range while the moon is still out. Roger. Hey, recognize those pieces of junk? Are those brothers in this army? We'll worry about that later. We got work to do first. Right! All right, time to get started. Victory conditions, destroy all enemy units. B. Air Master Burst. Lovely. Even with that attack burst, you can't get the attack you want. Alright, go there. Aim backwards. Get a support attack from Shagya. Oh, and you can't reach at all. Lovely. There's the Buster Rifle. Israel boost critical. Go high speed. Giant bazooka. That bazooka doesn't look particularly giant. I mean, obviously it is compared to the mobile suit, but overall, it doesn't look that big. Yeah, we gotta capture. Oh, wow. You also need a support attack. What a surprise. Go. Escuchi. Engaging the enemy. I'm not letting you lay a finger on the Frieden. Yeah. They can't get any further. Okay, well. I don't care who you are! You're not getting near the Frieden! Oh, I could have attacked. Oh well. You guys will do just fine at taking out the rest. Time to die. Goodbye, Olaba. And goodbye to the Valiant. Clear. Nice and simple. Yeah, cut ourselves a Valiant. Very nice. Those are always useful. More enemy mobile suits confirmed shot down. Way to go, guys. Good. We gotta keep this going. Freeze right there. Start the ship and don't try anything stupid. Katak, but you were locked up. Huh. I could have broken out of there in my sleep. Didn't you hear me? I said start the ship! Fine. Ah, the Frieden! I thought it was supposed to stay put until the moon goes down! Guess I got no choice but to follow. There it is, Zonda Epta. Now you can meet the DX under the moonlight. The DX. So that's what the new Gundam is called. But if we venture too close, the enemy will also attack us. The DX is equipped with a satellite cannon, right? You'll become collateral damage along with us. I don't care. I'm prepared to die. I just want you to have a small taste of how my dead wife and child felt. And what's that supposed to mean? My family. They were on the colony you destroyed! My family were casualties of a pointless war. All because you fired that satellite cannon! They didn't do a thing to deserve their fate. Their fate was already sealed. If I die here, that's fine by me. At least I'll take you with me, and you'll know how it feels to have the satellite cannon pointed at you. Is that a Gundam? That's the DX. Attention, crew of the Freedom! Put down your weapons and surrender immediately. You have 3 minutes to comply. If you don't, we will attack with a satellite cannon. Unconditional surrender, is it? Still. If you can't make up your mind, let me fill you in on one thing. That mobile suit they call the DX. It's based on the GX you used to pilot. What did you say? I mean, would you assume that a GX and a DX are related? You know, you got names like Airmaster, Leopard, Ashtaron, Versago, GX, and then you hear about a Gundam called DX. Would you maybe not think the first thing that comes to mind is, DX, GX? They're probably related. What did you say? Like I said, the ghost from 15 years ago is waiting for you. You are now fighting against your alter ego. Captain, we surrender. Smart move. Have your men disarm their mobile suits too. You know what will happen if they don't. Jamil!
捕虜になればどうなるのか。
What will happen to
明
us
日
if
の
we're
夕日は
captured?
見れないかもな。
We may never see another sunset. Huh. There we go. Let's continue on. Gundam X activate. And we're still over the sea. So I guess we'll keep the same layout as we had. Haru. Ba-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da.
ガロードたちはアイムザットに拘束され、
Garrett and the
今やジャミ
others
ル
are
とは別
detained
々
by
に監禁さ
IMSAT
れた。
and locked up away from Tifa and Jamil. Was that supposed to be Shaggy on the back of that
彼ら
truck?
にはやるべきことがあった。
However, they know they have a job to do.
明日の夕日
After all,
は見れない。
Jamil's remark about never seeing
Secret
another
commando
sunset
だと理解
was a
したから
secret
だ。
order. One reserved for emergencies such as this.
それは明日
It
の
was a
夕
secret
方、
order to
日
make an
没と同時
escape
に
attempt the
各国
following
逃
day
亡
at
作戦を起こせ。
sunset.
ガロードたちは見張りの目を盗み、
The
施設
crew of
内
the
を偵
Freedom
察。
distracts the guards and scout the facility. Then, they begin to formulate their escape plan.
その頃、ジャミルとティファは
IMSAT makes a unilateral decision to transfer Jamil and Tifa to the new type laboratory to research their abilities.
ティファのことを気にかけていたカトックは
Concerned about
彼女の部
Tifa,
屋を訪れ、
Katok visits the room where she's being
カトックが
held.
話しかけると
When
テ
he
ィ
speaks
ファ
to
は
her,
涙を
she
流
begins
す。
to cry. I had a dream where I was never to see my friends again. My dreams have a way of coming true. I'm sure this one will too. So what you're trying to say is, you know what will happen? In that case, let me tell you one thing. I lied when I said your captain killed my family. By the time the Revolutionary Army took over the place, everyone in the colony was already dead. But I couldn't accept that. I tried to cover the pain with my hatred for Jamil.
I already knew that. And so does he.
What? He knows? Are you saying he knows how I feel?
I know what happened. And what will happen. I'll never see my friends again. And I'm afraid this is goodbye for us too.
And now, it's time for the crew of the Freedom to put their plan into action. After stealing some weapons, they attempt to escape Zondaepta. However, Tifa and Jamil are already being escorted by Alyzeus to the new type laboratory, together with 3 Gundams. Leaving his crewmates to recover the Freedom, Garen rushes to the rescue, but misses Alyzeus' ship by mere seconds. As Garrett is still seething with frustration, Katok appears before him, asking whether he's interested in changing the future. Katok explains that he has a mind to outsmart a new type by changing the future, and taking his word, Garrett decides to join forces with him. The first thing they try is recovering the 3 Gundams, but Alyzeus anticipates their move and sinks the container, storing the mobile suits into the sea. As a last resort, Garrett and Katok plan to take the new Gundam, the DX, which they surmise to be on Alyzeus' ship. Meanwhile, Tifa and Jamil catch their captors off guard and make their own escape, retrieving the Gundam GX's control unit from storage, and reuniting with Gerard and Katok. Just as they're about to take the DX, a punitive force organized by Alyzeus attacks them. Tifa and Garrett are caught off guard, and Katok is critically wounded when shielding them. Katok! I've been looking for a way to die for years. This ain't such a bad way to go. Garrett, you were born into a world with war and Gundams. Don't let our past decide your future. You got that. Whatever you do, don't repeat our mistakes. A past war waged with Gundams causes another tragedy in the present. A man who never escaped that sorrowful past uses his last breath to leave Garrett with those words of warning. With Katok's words now engraved in his heart, Garrett climbs into the new Gundam. But not the new Gundam.
X! 起動
Gundam X その背中には
Like the Gundam GX, the Gundam DX has the satellite cannon on its back, both a symbol of the tragic past and of power. Now, just as long as you don't upgrade the Double X Gundam a second time into the Triple X Gundam, because that suddenly becomes a very, very different thing. Sir, we've lost the DX! Scramble the mobile suits. I want the DX back now! Look!
It's the Frieden! Is that the DX? The captain and Tifa are inside! Garrett must be piloting it then! Jamil, take care of Tifa, and Katak too! I will. Enemy mobile suits coming this way! Whatever the cost, bring the DX back in one piece. The ship will take command from a distance. Damn, I'm not gonna make it that easy for ya. Garrett! Ah, for goodness sake, we're in the middle of a battle here! What happened to our Gundams? Oh, we saw them sink in a container, right? They're probably at the bottom of the ocean by now. You're shitting me! Kid, you gotta salvage that container and fast! Don't be an idiot! It's too dangerous! Just sit on the sidelines for once, okay? Alright, good night, Bird! Thanks for stopping by! You have a wonderful night yourself. Oh, damn it! Garrett, don't let us down! Katak, I hope you're watching! DX, moving out! Victory! Destroy all enemy units! And I guess now comes a very important point. Here's our DX. Oh, no weapons. Just the Hyper Beam Sword, okay. Enemy boss units? Not really. Yeah, that's a good. Full burst mode over there. Oh. Map attack over there, and that's 5 kills for the freedom right away. Good job. Yeah, that's probably not going to be our choice, because even if we do a ranged boost 20%, still not good enough for the kill, so that's a no-go. You do have a good map attack, but still not good enough for a kill, so not worth it. With the bazooka. Covering Garrett. Really more like just drawing out a support attack. Ooh, nice. You can get the kill yourself. Think again, pal. Good job. Of course, range 1 attacks do suck, but it's the best we got.
さんに用はないの。
Oh, you probably had an attack burst. I didn't need to use your strongest attack. Yeah. There's the attack burst. Oh, that was the different Soletta. Alright, blow you up. Take out the Valiant. Take out the other Valiant. And we are almost done. Yeah, 3 units left, all right there. Twin satellite cannon! And there's our win! That's the last of them. What in the reinforcements? Alright, there we are. I need to boost Sarah Tyrell. Yes, 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 yes. We got some Gundam X technical journals. I'm gonna go build those right away. And over there, the Far Eastern Army under the staff headquarters. What are they doing here? So the seabirds have finally arrived.
Looks like this stage is finally over, brother.
Don't tell me you hailed them! And don't tell me you hailed.
We'll be moving on to the next stage now. By punishing you for attempting to contact the new type laboratory behind the committee's back.
Traitors! You're not even new types! You bastards are Category F! I'll leave you with this. The future won't be decided by new types. It will be decided by us, the ones you dismiss as Category F. There are too many! I don't see a way out! Wait, the moon's rising. That means I can use the satellite cannon. But... does Garrett mean to use the satellite cannon?
Garrett?
Here come the microwaves! It's just like the Gundam X's satellite cannon! This could work! All I have to do is pull the trigger. Don't repeat our mistakes. Garrett!
Moments before pulling the trigger, Garrett remembers Katok's dying words, compelling him to turn his sights away from the enemy force and onto Zonda Epta. Then he fires the twin satellite cannon of the DX, obliterating the artificial island. Awestruck by the display of power, the Far Eastern Army retreats. The enemy is retreating. Garrett gambled everything on a single shot from the satellite cannon. And he won the battle without taking a single life. I'm sure the old Garrett would have pulled the trigger without a second thought. That man, he changed Garrett with his kindness. You might be right. He knew the sorrow of war better than anyone. And so, the Freedom safely escapes the dangerous waters surrounding Zonda Epta. However, Katok's life was no small price to pay for Garrett. Moved by Katok's words and feeling the weight of the last war, he begins to think about the consequences of waging war and repeating mistakes. Realizing that wielding a weapon means bearing responsibility, he puts the carefree boy he used to be behind him. Meanwhile, as if in response to the changes in Garrett, the world is about to undergo its own radical transformation. Lord Bloodman of the Government Reconstruction Committee proclaims the establishment of the new United Nations Earth. 15 years have passed since that dreadful war. At long last the day has come. The chaotic post-war period has ended. A bright future awaits. The world is not yet united. Much confusion remains, bringing untold suffering. However, from this day forward, such suffering too shall enter a new phase. We swear to our scores of fallen brethren that we shall never let that dreadful war occur again. We, the survivors, shall never repeat the same mistakes. A new order shall herald that bright future. I hereby proclaim the establishment of the new United Nations Earth. This announcement amounts to the new United Nations Earth proclaiming the unification of the Earth sphere by force. Also present at the proclamation ceremony are the Frost Brothers, who had been promoted to direct command over the staff headquarters after disposing of Alyzeus. For them, swelling with newfound ambition, the proclamation may be no more than another crossing point. Shortly thereafter, small independent states around the world resist the unification movement of the new United Nations Earth, leading to full-scale armed conflict. 15 years since the war. Before those wounds can fully heal, the world finds itself drowning in the turbulent wake of the new United Nations Earth. Alright, Double X has been activated! Let's continue on. Must I shoot? Yes, Garrett, you must! But first, dev diagram. Nope. Cancel, nobody clicked on you. There we go.
We got the parts for the DX. Slowly up. And develop. Yo! There's our DX and its defender of all things. Oh, I guess that means Jamil's good for it. Okay, sure, whatever. We can take one of our many leopards. No, we can't, because that's an SSR. Can't take that. Can't take that. Nothing to do there. And that's also an SSR, so we can't do that. Okay, well. We can definitely take a bunch of G-Falcons. Can they be obtained? They can be obtained in Hard Stage 4. I did not expect Hard Stage 4. Alright, well, let's not waste time. Must I shoot? There, that's some nice boost up to level 70. We don't need to go all the way up, but that's good, and let's continue on for probably our third mission of the episode. Final one of the episode? Not the final one of the stream. As the new United Nations Earth attempts to unite the Earth sphere by force, the small, independent states that arose after the war resist, and full-blown conflicts erupt around the world. The Freedom arrives in South Asia, where a fierce battle rages, and receives a request from Astardo, the post-war independent state, continuing to resist the new United Nations Earth. Admiral Lee Jackson of Astardo believes that with the power of the Freedom's Gundams on his side, he can oppose the new United Nations Earth and force it to recognize his state's independence. Jamil withholds his answer, and the crew of the Freedom is granted a stay of 3 days to decide on a course of action. In the meantime, after parting ways with Katok on Zonda Epta, Garrett is lost in thought. Again and again, he asks himself, what he must do to ensure his generation does not repeat the same mistakes. Yet before he can find an answer, tragedy strikes. New United Nations Earth bombers appear in the skies above Astardo and rain destruction upon that city, upon the city. Upon witnessing the extent of the devastation, Garrett resolves to fight the new United Nations Earth. Let's fight, Jamil! We can't let something like this happen again! Jamil agrees, and the Freedom joins the allied forces of Astardo and its neighboring states in their fight against the new United Nations Earth. We're counting on you! You're our star of hope! With the power of the DX, the allied forces succeed in their objective of destroying the new United Nations Earth airbase. In gratitude for lending him their strength, Admiral Lee supplies the crew of the Freedom with the materials and equipment necessary to repair the Airmaster, which had been damaged in the battle. While Witz develops a rapport with the general and settles into Astardo, Roy B detests political entanglements and grows weary of the Freedom's alliance with Astardo. As a result, he leaves the ship and sets off on his own. Naturally, his disappearance weighs on the rest of the crew.
However, with the Leopard left in the hangar, and the next battle with the new United Nations Earth only a matter of time, they cannot afford to search for him. Amidst these developments, a major crisis rocks Astardo. The new United Nations Earth invades Northern Bell, one of Astardo's allies, compelling surrender. Then it makes peace with Gastor, its remaining ally. No, Gastor. Astardo and Gastor have a history of ethnic conflict, one marred by repeated cleansing wars. By compelling the surrender of Northern Bell, the mediator between these two uneasy allies, the new United Nations Earth aims to shatter their alliance. The strategy leaves Astardo isolated, rapidly driving it into a desperate position. Astardo's leadership is split between moderates, who insist on unconditional surrender, and hardliners who demand continued resistance. However, Willis Saramis, the young head of state, still newly in power, finds himself unable to decide which course to follow. Consequently, Astardo opts to surrender at the discretion of Chief of Staff Lux Kanomak. Unable to accept the decision, Admiral Lee launches an attack on the new United Nations Earth with a small force of loyal soldiers, whereupon he meets his end. It's time for farewells! As the world turns itself upside down, there is little the Freedom can do to stop it. Garrett feels the weight of his own helplessness crushing him down. With Astardo's unconditional surrender to the new United Nations Earth looming, the Freedom decides to flee the country. Chairman Grant of Astardo entrusts Willis to Jamil, asking that the Freedom escort the young president into exile. Accepting the request, Jamil arranges for a rendezvous near the border and launches the Freedom on the following day. Royby, meanwhile, has been staying with Yurina Sanohara, whom he met in town after leaving the Freedom. That is, until her activities in the resistance against the new United Nations Earth lead to her being gravely wounded during a guerrilla hunt. Before she drew her last breath, she told him to return to the Freedom. Having watched Yurina die in his arms, Royby can no longer hide his head in the sand. The Freedom advances towards the border, unaware that the Frost brothers have been watching their every move.
Looks like the Freedom's about to leave Astardo, brother.
This could be the perfect time to unleash them.
So it's finally time?
That's right. It finally is.
The new type candidate soldiers. But do they have what it takes? That's the question.
Right. We won't know until we pit them against a formidable opponent.
The first candidate is Ensign Demar Griff, the man known on the African front as the White Reaper. He pilots the Corral.
What a perfect white color!
Next, Ensign DeWitt Landgraf, also known as the Shadow of the Eastern Front. A soldier with split personalities, a kind-hearted young man and a bloodthirsty brute. He pilots the Britova.
Now then, let the hunt begin! Maverick, hello, welcome. At last, Ensign Mila Drade, feared on the Indian front as the killing machine. He pilots the Gable. Is there anyone alive who can send me to the grave? They're an odd group, but they're promising in different ways, brother. Indeed, in different ways. I guarantee a 2-rank promotion to whoever defeats the Double X. Now go!
ウィリスを収容したばかりのフリーデンは
With Willis now aboard, the Freedom endures a relentless assault from the new type candidates. Mission objective, destroy 3 enemies. A Daughters command. Condition achieved. What's the matter, Tifa? I have a bad feeling. Huh? There's heavy mobile suit activity along the border. Could it be the Gastar Force? Does that mean they knew we were coming and sent the army to greet us? If we don't do something, we'll be in real trouble. Freydin, it's me. I'm going out in the Leopard. Royby, you're back. Garrett! Royby, you've come back! We can talk later. We need to deal with these guys first, and fast! Right. Alright, they got some reinforcements. Doesn't look like all that much. Let's go destroy everything! We already used that one. That's fine. Well, goodbye, Daymar. What? Ah! Ooh, and we captured a Corel. Although I'm pretty sure we already have that one maxed out, so it doesn't matter.
one's done. Airmaster, cool. Nope. Need to use the beam cannon. You need some will before you can use that one. That's fine. That is perfectly doable. Let's get an attack burst. So we can target you. And move along. Take out that Valiant. Probably should have taken out the one closer, but that doesn't really matter. He's slow, but I've never seen armor like that. Huh, I expected more, but that mobile suit's not so tough after all. How disappointing. Or, you know, we could just blow it up right there. Finally! I've been waiting for this! Okay, not quite sure what it is that you were waiting for, but sure. Where'd you find a weapon like that? First, let's see what you can do! Or, you know, just beat you to a pulp right away. I lost. Me of all people. Oh. You got nothing else you can reach. You attack these two in the back, and then we can see if we can maybe get those three set up for a map attack. In position, good. Knock out the command. And then map them. Boom. All done. Battle clear. Ba-boom. Oh, screw you. What do you mean network error? We're streaming? What was that? Pachoo. Yeah, I mean, we didn't lose Wi-Fi because I'm still connected. Yeah, pretty sorty. And we didn't lose internet because the stream is still live. Okay, whatever. I guess the game's... There we are. We got victory. One battle is now behind the Freedom, but a massive force from Gastar is still bearing down on it. Having caught wind of Willis's attempt to flee across the border, Gastar dispatched its troops to intercept him. Breaking through requires firing the twin satellite cannon.
But Garrett hesitates
ガロ
to
ードは
use
死を
it.
仲間の命を守る
Although it is
最
the
も
surest
確実な
way to
方法で
protect the
は
lives of his
引
comrades,
き金を引くこと
he
で
feels pulling
新
the
たな
trigger
争い
will
の火
ignite a
種
new
が生まれることを
conflict.
撃つしかないのか。
Must I shoot?
そんな状況を変えたのは
In the end, it is Willis who alters the course of history.
彼はガスタールに投降する
Resolute,
と
he
宣言
announces his intention to surrender to Gastar.
今まで優柔不断な性
Until
格
now,
が
his indecisiveness has led him to delegate decision making to those he is supposed to lead.
フリーレンのクルーたちの戦
However,
いを目に
witnessing
し
the
たこと
crew of the Freedom
自
to
分の意
fight
志に従うことの
opens his
大
eyes
切さ
to
を
the
痛感
importance
し
of acting on his own.
どんな状況であっても
He decides that as head of state, he must never abandon his country, no matter how desperate the situation.
国に戻ったウィリスは
When Willis
不正をルクスから称
returns,
賛される
Luke's praises his decision.
そしてルクスは
Luke's then
新連邦と
negotiates with the new United
自
Nations
身が
Earth,
ウィリスの身代わりと
offering
なっ
to
て
surrender in Willis's
戦争責
stead
任の全てを
and
引き受け
assume
ると
full
語った
responsibility for the war. You returned to us of your own accord. That resolve alone proves you worthy to represent the state. Luke's... This might be the last time you cry in front of another. Even if we are subjugated by the new United Nations Earth, you still represent our people.
こうしてエスタルド
And
は新連
so,
邦政府へ帰属
Estardo
し
comes under the new
ウィリスは代
United
表とし
Nations
て
Earth,
国を背負
with
っていく
Willis
ことになる
shouldering the
のだっ
weight
た
of the state of its representative. Shouldering the weight of the state as its representative. Yeah, 90s
南
Gundam
アジアに
really
おける
loved their
戦いは
uniforms.
新連邦軍の勝利で
The
幕を閉
fighting in
じた
South Asia ends in victory for the new United Nations Earth Force.
時は戦後15
It
年
is the 15th year since the
歴史は大きく
war,
動いている
and history will have much to remember. What the frick? Game, what's wrong with you? I mean, is my phone dying? But no, it has to be server instability. Because if my phone was dying, I would be losing connection. Because I'm streaming this over Wi-Fi. Is the service down? Are the SD Gundam G Gen Eternal servers down? Is there forced maintenance? Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but we got nothing. So, I think we're just gonna wrap it up here. We did reach the end of that, of the stage, so I mean, if it was gonna freeze up on us, it chose the perfect time, and we do need to wrap the episode up regardless. So, please like, follow, subscribe, and check me out on Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, and Kick. Free money in the description with Fizz's free funds, showing you great ways to steal money from the banks. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep the stream running for a second while I figure this out. Let me switch over microphones at least, and then we can get back to this. And in the meantime, I can figure out what the frick is going on. All right, back in a moment. All right, audio test. There we go. We got the audio. May as well switch to here and just see what the frick is going on.
the stream announcement. We can... Huh. Okay, no, it's just lagging. Ba-da-da-dum. Let's reconnect. No, I think it might be with my internet. Yeah, I seem to be having some internet troubles. But oh yeah, we got 321 dropped frames. That would definitely contribute to it, but DNS probe is failing. Yeah, we're having issues. Yeah. Yeah, something is definitely up with my internet. Yep. Alright, let's try connecting to my router and see what the frick is wrong. We don't have any new, no. Modem status? Yeah, modem status is showing good. We got the connection. Signal to noise ratio is good. DSL shows it's good. Cell transport average per minute. Yeah, there we go. Usage, yeah. Cell channel, that's looking good. Channel 2. Yeah. It's all showing fine. Net status, we got Okay. So my modem is fine. But my router is having problems? What? But I have to go through my router to get to my modem. I want to drop some more frames. Yeah, this looks like it's on my side. Yeah, we keep having dropped packets, it seems. Yeah, my router is just... Or I guess my switch, not my router. Because the router's built into the modem. Yeah, I have no idea what the frick is going on, but I got nothing. I think I'm just gonna have to quit the stream here, because can't connect. I could switch over to, Actually, hang on. I can restart the application, see if that changes anything. Alright. Let's connect one last time. It'll fail. Yeah. It's failing. Disconnect, reconnect. Nope. Go. All right. Reconnect. Reconnect. Yeah, no. All right, well. I guess we're just forced to end it here, because we can't do anything. So, thank you everyone for watching. That's the end of the stream, unfortunately. We want to raid out? Yeah, okay. YouTube, let's just kill your stream right now.